Hello, everybody, and welcome to the Bat Friends Podcast, episode number 82, where two friends rediscover an anime classic. I'm one of your hosts, Chris, alongside the world champion, Joe. What's up, Joe?
It's 82?
82.
I thought that's fair. You guys will know this because you'll have listened to that episode by now.
So we're back to Batman.
Yes.
We're no longer going to watch the Menace of Spider-Man.
The Spiderman. Unless you guys want to go to Patreon, then we will watch the Spiderman.
Yes. And if you want to email us pictures of Spider-Man, you can do that at Joe's email.
Joe meets world pod@gmail.com. Just real men don't want nudes. Real men demand pictures of Spider-Man. And then I just said, that was what went through my head. Then, the idea of people actually emailing me pictures of Spider-Man also went through my head, and it made me giggle. Robin ain't got no belt in that one.
So, today we're going to watch Harley's Holiday.
I like that title card a lot.
I really like this episode, too. I'm going to say it before we watch it, because I remember it. I really like this episode.
I'm going to say it because I remember it. Alright, weird flex, but okay.
There's a lot of times where I watch in preparation for this, and then weeks go by, I'm like, wait, what happens?
I know.
Which is what's great about being me, is because I forget things and I get to re-experience.
It's like a whole new world.
This is written by Paul Dini and directed by Kevin Altieri.
It's a Harley episode. Of course it's written by Paul Dini.
No, that's like a roll.
That's what we should go back and look at. If there's any, super Harley episode that's not written by Dini. Not right now. But yes, I know. Well, you
This only starts at 55. But okay.
Well,
I don't think there is.
Yeah, I know I'm pretty sure mentally sane and sound. I love this. I also love Harley. I think there's episodes she's in that Dini didn't write.
Yeah, but nothing that's focused on her.
Yeah.
I just love the premise of this episode.
What I also find funny is, if I remember this correctly, so I also love that Scarecrow's giving them hell and then stops to say hi to Harley and then moves on. This episode starts with them apprehending Scarecrow. Mm-hmm. I'm pretty sure the next episode also begins with them apprehending Scarecrow.
I was going to say, it becomes almost a gag in the coming episodes.
Yeah.
Of we can't do anything with Scarecrow. Let's just start with him going to prison, and that sets up the whole thing.
Well, and it's also this thing, too, where it's they make sure that Ivy is in that cell facing the office so that we see her reacting at the beginning and the end. Mm-hmm. No lines, just the reactions. For your sake, I hope so. Hey, look at my notes. I'll show you!
So the whole premise here is that Harley is sane now, and she gets to go back
totally sane and competent. She has a certificate.
Yeah.
God, she's hot.
Do you watch It's Always Sunny?
I'm lonely. No.
Oh.
I have problems with that show.
That's a gag in that show, too, where he has to get a certificate saying he doesn't have, what was it, moose brain or something weird?
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah, so she goes out into the world and decides she's going to be good with her two hyenas and her roller skates.
Babies!
I just love how she's oblivious to the fact that they're hyenas.
Okay, so whatever. I love this, where it's I like wearing brown. He just hates anything that's not fucking brown. Who dresses you anyway? Alfred?
I just love this gag of Bruce needs a new suit. No, fuck it. He needs more brown suits.
This whole sequence honestly breaks my heart a little bit. I'm not gonna lie.
Well, outside of the hyenas, there is a sad truth to this.
Also, sequence. I love that they growl at him.
Yeah. Because they know it's Batman.
Yep. I never saw him do that before. That's not true. You've seen them do that to Batman. That's a decent little gag, too.
Oh. Yeah, something about that chin.
You're Bruce Wayne, the boy billionaire. He's clearly a man. Oh, yeah, Harley. Fuck this bitch.
With their giant hat.
That's just it. But that's just it, too. That's the same bitch. That's the bitch that got fooled by Manhattan, South America. That's the bitch that fucked around, that was shitty to Catwoman.
Huh.
She just a bitch.
Bruce?
That's what that right there. Sane. I want a sane rubber stamp.
How they've never made those posters, like those prints of that?
Yeah, I know. Well, it's just like the Arkham inmate shirts that they just didn't do for years. It's like such a simple design that would have been hilarious.
Yeah.
And they just didn't do it.
No, Bruce Wayne likes them dumb and likes them red in the head.
Even though Selena's a blonde, too. Where'd she get the money from?
That's a good question.
Because I don't think the asylum's like the... This is the part that just breaks my heart. Because he's not even being shitty. He's just like, I just gotta take the tag off, girl. Like, I'm not... And then she just, because, you know, years of abuse from Joker.
Yep.
That's funny, too.
You mean years of true love from Joker?
If you ask your cousin. I'll tell you that later. We don't have to talk about that right now.
Okay.
It literally just popped in my head. And I talked about it with somebody else, and it doesn't matter, but it's hilarious to me.
And
I also love that she has her outfit. She has her leotard.
oh yeah.
And the makeup, obviously.
Comes up a few times in this run of episodes of people carrying around their outfits and their makeups.
That is great. That belongs to Dragon Ball Z. Just to Kaioken! Kyle what? Still wearing your roller skates, which is outstanding. I'm armed. Great pun. I appreciate you. And the fact that Bruce knows both deals. Bruce knows what's up, and he's trying to okay, if I could talk to her and reason.
This.
She drives standard in roller skates?
Yes.
I made that note as well. That's incredible.
We once stated that Batman had to be the greatest driver of all time based on how the vehicle was made. I now
Bullock.
want to say that
Harley. Yes, Harley is the best driver in the world. But that Bruce was still trying to talk it down because he's like, okay, fucking, let's try and figure this out. Let me get this right, Commissioner.
Because the truth of the matter is...
Here's what I don't like about this episode. This guy.
Yeah.
This whole part needed to not be there.
The truth of the matter is Batman wants them to go to jail. But I still think that Bruce has something in him where he wants to rehabilitate them. He still believes.
Some of them. I don't think he wants to rehabilitate Joker.
No. But Harley...
the H is Harley, Harvey.
Yeah. The ones that haven't gone completely over the edge.
Yeah. Croc was rotten from the day he met him.
Yeah.
Because he's racist. But yeah, I don't like the whole general thing. Like that, it feels too Looney Tunes.
A little bit, yeah.
And especially, he can't... Spoiler alert. He can't just get a tank and just drive it down the street.
Not with that attitude.
No, true.
And I love this too. How Batman goes out and is just like, listen, she's not being evil. She fucked up.
There was a mistake. We need to mistake.
Yeah, we need to fix this.
That's a great gag. I don't care. That's a great gag. Just there it goes, and there's Bullock. Fucking Bullock. I do like the turn it takes with Veronica too, where Harley's like, "Nah, I don't want to hurt you. You didn't do anything. You're just here so I can get away."
Exactly. What was that movie? Speed? No, it's not Speed.
What?
The movie where the guy kidnaps... It's a whole movie based around a car.
Yes. No.
And he kidnaps the chick.
It's whatchamacallit from 2.5 Men.
Yeah, and then they end up banging in the car while going down the highway.
Yeah. Charlie Sheen.
Charlie Sheen, yeah.
Let's do the Charlie Sheen kidnap movie. That's what it is.
Entire list comes up.
Autofill. Charlie Sheen kidnap movie. The Chase.
Was it The Chase?
What was the Charlie Sheen and Christy Swanson, a.k.a. Buffy.
Yeah.
Yeah. Wrongly sentenced to life in prison, Jack Hammond manages to escape. He heads for Mexico, where he steals a car and takes the driver hostage. She happens to be an heiress named Natalie. Christy Swanson. And the ensuing police chase becomes a full-blown media event. With philosophical cops, Henry Rollins and Josh Mostel. And the girls,
Henry Rollins?
Henry Rollins is a cop. And the girl's rich dad, Ray Weiss, in pursuit. Jack and Natalie begin to develop a relationship. However, Jack finds his predicament difficult to escape. Directed by Adam Rifkin. Okay. That's who directed Penn's movie. Director's cut. Adam Rifkin. Actually, now that I think about that, yeah, he told stories about that movie. This is weird because it's like they're all gonna rape her.
Yeah. I mean, look at those pencil thin mustaches.
It's true. They're at the fish market. Hello, ladies. What the blind man say at the fish market? Hello, ladies. I know I've told that joke on this podcast before. I don't care. It's one of my favorite, just stupid jokes.
I just love the guy in the random pink suit.
That's a classy, debonair man.
Who likes to rape people. Dun, dun, dun. That's not Batman at all. That's James Bond. But anyways. Robin just threw a fish at him.
Oh, that sounds amazing. Kang went back in time and plucked a bunch of soldiers and scientists out of history to help him conquer the future. There's Kang, and Peggy Carter is Captain America, and Leonardo da Venom, and Spider-Pharaoh, and Spider-Man 1776, and a Batman, and a Sheriff Steve Rogers, and a Professor Moriarty, and not Jakeem, Johnny Thunder.
Did you say Batman 1776?
No, I said Spider-Man 1776. Actually, that is the Sheriff Batman, so that is an Old West Batman, too.
Okay.
I love it.
You know what series didn't really... Like, everybody talks about that I did not like?
What's that?
1604.
It's the Neil Gaiman thing.
That's a good gag right there.
What?
No, like the pop... No, yes. No, the pop gun. It had a little cork in it, and she's...
Yeah. I feel like she's used the pop gun before. But...
She has. I just enjoy it every time. Never forget about the hyenas.
We should make this a tradition. I just thought of that.
What?
We should record the night before Thanksgiving. Because Sammy just posted Wingsgiving, like a Friendsgiving, but everyone brings a different flavor of 20-piece. And I'm like, we should bring wings. And do a podcast.
So, there's a podcast out there that I've never listened to, but it sounds like a wonderful idea, minus the whole having to record something. It's called Wings on Wings.
Okay.
And the idea is that they watch every episode of Wings, and they eat wings.
I love it. We missed the gag of the guy running into the 2x4.
Yeah. It does get a bit Looney Toony, but I don't know. I like the episode.
That's what he changed his profile picture to. Yo, Affleck was the bomb in Phantoms, yo.
It's true.
Yeah, that's the... Except for the stupid meme, that's the... It's one of the chases. And it looks like he has a little film disc there, so it's like a portal.
I think it's interesting they're doing Hoxpox already.
That's the whole set.
Well, yeah.
It's House of X, so...
Yeah, I'm just saying, it's interesting they're doing it already.
Well, I'm looking at the significant appearance on a lot of the back of the cards.
Hoxpox.
House of X, Powers of X.
And we're talking about HeroClix set.
That was last year.
Yeah, it hasn't been that long, yeah.
I mean, but it's not like it was this summer. Like, in my head, it was this summer.
Well, yeah, because
you know
this year has lasted 25 centuries. And now he has a tank.
Dang! Now, here's the part that gets fucked up. That's fucked up.
Yeah.
Where he's spanking his own ass. But no.
So why not just
She's
leave
driving
it there?
away. Look at that ass, no. She's driving away. That's your father in a tank. He starts shooting. Why would you shoot at the vehicle that contains your daughter? Foley's fish is silly, too. I feel like that's a reference I'm missing, but maybe not.
You know, Mick Foley, he likes fishes.
Yeah, but nobody knew who Mick Foley was at this point.
When did Mick Foley come on the scene? When did Mankind come on the scene?
96 in WWF. He was Cactus Jack in WCW, but nobody knew the name Mick Foley.
Oh, God.
He was Cactus Jack from Truth or Consequences, New Mexico. With leopard print boots.
So wait, was Cactus Jack a thing like way before?
That's who he debuted as. His first character was Cactus Jack. That was who he... Like, when he started working, he was Cactus Jack.
So, like, when he decided to bring, like, the 3 characters together, or actually the 4 characters, and, like...
3. Because Mick was later, so it was Dude, it was Cactus, it was Mankind.
But then we just found out it was Mick, like, after a while. So when he brought those guys, was Dude something from the past, or is that something new that he...
Dude was what was the character... Because he made, basically, before anyone made Backyard Wrestling, he made back... I looked that up, and I don't... That's a pun or something, but I don't know what the fuck it is. Biju a porous line. I tried looking it up. I'm like, okay, nope, I don't know. Bullock with his damn car. Oh, Wayne's gonna have to replace that. You wrecked my car. I mean, Bruce Wayne's car.
It was the Studebaker.
My parents love that car. Hey.
So, Dude Love.
Oh yeah, Dude Love. Because this was actually and this is why the whole thing worked. He made Backyard Wrestling tapes before anybody did Backyard Wrestling, and the character he made was Dude Love. And like he took, I mean, I read about this in the book too, but they actually played the tapes on WWF at the time when they had Mankind sit down with Jim Ross to talk about this. So this is where, that's why I say with the Mick Foley thing, like when they started to humanize Mankind, he was Mick Foley. But the way they treated it, because of wrestling at the time, was Mankind and Mick Foley were one and the same. Like, Mankind was what Mick Foley became because of whatever. And that's where it's also the gimmick of it. But Dude Love was what young Mick Foley wanted to be. He was ladies' man. And he was more of a Jimmy Snuka character. And, like, at the time, Shawn Michaels was in the Federation, so he said, like, I always wanted to be Shawn Michaels. But he grew up watching Jimmy Snuka. He wanted to be Jimmy Snuka. He had the fucking headband, and he did the love, you know. So then that was the gag, is when they decided... It was so great. 97, sorry. 97 might have been the best year in WWF ever. Because they had Shawn and Stone Cold win the tag titles together, but not like each other. And then I think Shawn lost his smile again or some shit, so he left. So then the bit was this Stone Cold... Yeah, we're talking about wrestling now. We'll deal with it. That's a flat back bump. Stone Cold needed another partner. And that was what the Gorilla Monsoon, who was the president at the time, said, look, you have to have a partner. So Cold's like, I don't need anybody. Like, but you need a partner. So Mankind wanted to be his partner, because this is when we started to see that Mankind just wanted to be loved and have friends. Mm-hmm. And then Stone Cold just was like, no, screw you, whatever. So then... And it was such an absurd moment, and I don't care because I loved it. So, like, I think he gave Stone Cold or Mankind a stunner or hit him with a chair or something. Like, no, you're not going to be my partner. So the next week, Stone Cold had to defend the tag titles. And all of a sudden, Mankind's on the screen, and he's like, you know, you don't want me as a partner, but I've got the coolest cat in the world that you dig. And all of a sudden, it's Dude Love. And it was perfect because he was Dude Love. He referred to himself as Dude Love. He pretended like Dude Love was not Mankind. Everyone else went, you're Mankind. He's like, no, baby, I'm Dude Love. Like, it was absurd. And, like, Stone Cold was like, the fuck is this? It was the best. And then they won it, and Dude Love was a tag team champion. And they actually had his wife play one of the dudettes, because it was more wholesome at first, and then it got dirty when he was a heel. But it was the dudettes who partied with him after they won. And then that's what he did. He did that at SummerSlam. He did the elbow off the cage and he ripped open his shirt and he had the heart, like it was a heart tattoo.
Batman got Harley a dress.
Because he had a bad day too once. When his parents died. Nice guys like you. This, I'm like, alright. Tastes like cinnamon. I don't know why. Like, it's just a weird thing. She tosses the dress, and then like, ooh, gotta thaw that dick. Just to show Ivy. Just to show Ivy Robin, like...
I guess we fuck now?
Or it's the double gay thing? I don't know. Don't press your luck. Yeah. And then Ivy's still just there. Like, she never says anything. Hey, what are you looking at? And I think... I mean, it was definitely the gay thing with Ivy and Harley. But I also think there was the underpinning where they had already established that Ivy tried to tell Harley, you deserve better than the Joker. The Joker doesn't deserve you.
Yeah.
So, even though Ivy, who I thought escaped to, like, South America, but now is back in Arkham Asylum somehow.
Because science.
Right. Because magic. Lockup. I love this episode. But because Ivy's there, even though she's a maniac and wants to kill Batman, she's happy that Harley at least is recognizing that, like, there's that, like, self-awareness. Mm-hmm. Ivy knows she's a villain. She knows Batman's the hero, even though she's going to try and kill him. So, like, for Harley to be like, well, maybe, you know, you're a good guy, you're doing something nice, I could be with you in a little rapey way. Because she didn't ask for consent. That still shows growth. Mm-hmm. But, you know, it was a kid's show and it was a quick gag, so who knows? The fact that it's just Robin and Ivy looking at each other, though, like, I don't care. It's always odd to me. Just like, why? Just why?
It makes me laugh. These 5 episodes, because I think a lot of these are Dini.
I think this next one is, isn't it?
Yeah, Dini.
Dini Vici.
And ironically, the one that most makes my point is not a Dini one. But, like, I can connect these next 4 episodes to so much that happens. Like, in the movie, when they do the animated movies that connect into this universe.
Yeah.
And there's things that happen, I'm just like, they want to do that shit back then.
Yeah.
They just couldn't do it back then.
Right. Well, in my opinion, it was better when they couldn't do it. Because it was a fucking kid's show.
But, yeah, I thought that was a good episode. I think we got a good slate of episodes here.
Yeah, I know we went off on a wrestling thing, but that's because you get me talking about wrestling. I want to talk about wrestling.
Yeah.
But I like that all of a sudden she stops wearing her roller skates at one point, which is fine. You don't want to keep animating that. But I did love the fact that she jumped in the car and is clearly driving a Standard with roller skates on. Like, that struck out to me. I'm like,
they go out of their way to, like, normally animation, she would jump in and the roller skates would disappear.
Right. Or if they wanted to, like, she would throw the roller skates up to show that they were coming off of her.
But they went out of their way to show that she still had fucking roller skates on.
Oh, fuck with Harley, son.
Oh. Well, Joe, that's all we have for this week. Where can people find you on the internet?
I thought you were just going to try to end the episode. I was like, all right, well, see you next week. JoePank.com, JoePanc.com. All kinds of links to everything. By the time you're hearing this, it's well after Thanksgiving. But I might have had a Twitch stream up on Thanksgiving. I might start coloring again on stream. Have some other stuff going on. Who knows? You can follow me on Twitter at Joe Pank or Cthulhu Holmes. Cthulhu Holmes is the proper name, but Joe Pank will get you there. You can follow me on Instagram at JoePank36 for all your chocolate pudding needs and pixel turtle ornaments. You can, if you want my other show, Joe Meets World, up to 3 days early, uncut and unedited, you can go to patreon.com/JoePank and give me as little as $2 a month to get all that. You give me more, you get more. That's how Patreon works. A little more... I should record that thing for you, but a little more... I can't think what the... words are just leaving my head now. having to do more with this podcast. There's a better word for that. If you like geeky stuff and gaming stuff, you should go to clicksnexus.com, which also has a Patreon. Give me money. Yeah, that's it. The Clicks Nexus thing is what I'm like. I should record that for you.
You can find me at Fortress Chris on Twitter, chrisrunt.com. Last name's RUNDT. And as always, this show and everything Fortress Comic News is on fortresscomicnews.com. Remember, everybody, if you're listening, to give us 5 stars on whatever podcatcher you use. Like, subscribe, share, comment down below.
Oh, it's coming now.
On YouTube. Maybe not on this episode because I'm about to lose any chance of monetizing it.
Yeah! We're having fun. Fuck monetization. That's what Patreon's for.
And
where we can have fun.
If you want to get this show up to 3 days early, you can get it over at patreon.com/Fortress of Comic News. Thank you all so much for listening. We'll see you next week. And here comes Joe.
I think they say it. Maybe not. Okay, let's